We're back, people, and today we're breaking down film on Devin Neal, Kansas running back. Number 4 right here has a lot of traits, like on this film, that really translate well to the next level. Starting out with footwork, he has amazing feet, very good at like transitioning, changing directions, whether it's, working vertically or laterally, those types of things, out of a horizontal angle. A very good contact balance, like he runs through tackles, carries people, stays on his feet, which is another great trait. Very good vision and patience. He knows how to set up blocks, get into the end zone, create some big time explosive plays in that kind of way. I think the one area he is kind of lacking is he doesn't have the best burst and long speed. I think burst is kind of the one thing that holds him back from being like a top end back in this class. He just doesn't have that like extra gear, and then he doesn't have like long speed, which isn't as important, to maybe hit some of the bigger runs. But clearly, very smart player that has a lot of good things going for him with feet, vision, which is, I think, very important for a running back when it comes to translating the next level. He's also got pretty good hands out of the backfield. Like, he's a guy that you can rely on to get, in a check down area, but also down the field. That's kind of what Neal is bringing to the table. But love these types of plays. He's a creator. Here you get an unblocked defender into the backfield right away. This linebacker shoots upfield unblocked. And look at Neal, already preparing to make him miss before he even has the ball. Pointing that toe to the right there, sticking that left foot in the ground, boom, make him miss. Change directions, regain his balance, and then have the vision and feel to find the lane back this way, make him miss. And then while I don't think he has like the greatest burst, like he has a really good job, like I'm saying, when he's at an angle like this, able to transition back upfield. So be able to stick that foot in the ground and then be able to transition upfield and then get skinny to allow him to get to the extra level. Really, really good work vision-wise. He's really good at staying on his feet. Contact balance. He runs through some nice tackles. Like, he's not, he's got some decent size to him, especially from, like, a build perspective. Like, when you look at weight. Here, just up the middle, good feel. They kind of, disrupt in the interior. Good feel to just, find this lane. He sees it all the way, get up there. And then now it's mainly, you're just like, boom, look at the absolute dead leg out in the open space. Like, he's got loose hips. He's going to make you miss. He's elusive in those areas. And then here, you see that he's going to get caught because he doesn't have the greatest speed, as I was talking about. But he does all the little things well. And, like, running between the tackles, he's going to be a guy that can really grind out carries for your team. I feel like he's a guy that will be more like a 1B at the next level. Like, he shouldn't be, like, the guy you're relying on. I mean, there's certain games you can do that, but, like, he would be, like, a really nice complement to a lot of players at the next level. Here he's the Wildcat back. Look at the patience, allowing this to develop. They got the guard and tackle pulling some GT counter action. He's staying patient, faking, that jet sweep action. He's staying square, patient, and look at how just active his feet are, allowing these blocks to develop. And then since he allows these to develop, these guys overcommit since he's shuffling sideways. He sticks the foot in the ground and gets back up the field vertically, then able to get into the end zone, kind of maneuvering through them. He's just a very smooth player too, so sometimes he can even look maybe slower than he actually is, because sometimes those very smooth players kind of look like they're jogging. Even it still is not a big strength of his. But this is where he makes his money. It's these runs sort of up the middle, whether it's inside zone, duo, gap scheme stuff, just making that initial guy miss with really good footwork, and then having the vision, and then still getting upfield vertically, falling forward on the initial contact. He gets contacted around the 35, and is able to fall forward and get past the 30. So just picking up hidden yardage. He's a guy that will fall forward, break tackles in certain situations. He'll make you miss if he needs to. Now there's a situation where a guy's left unblocked, and he's going to make him miss. He knows there's a space over here, so he sets it up to the inside, breaks away, runs through that tackle, stays on his feet. Love this. Like, the contact balance is so special, man. Like, he stays on his feet, still even losing his balance, able to fall forward. Good job, like, protecting that ball too. Love seeing that on the finishes, and fall forward as long as possible. Get those hidden yardages, so important to the game. And it's just, like I was saying, one, kind of just reading his blocks here. I don't really see him as like an outside zone runner, but like sort of reading the blocks. Seeing this guy sets the edge, just work down the line of scrimmage, get skinny. Now you're meeting the safety one-on-one in space. I believe that's Sanders too, Shiloh Sanders, Deion's son that plays safety. He just bounces off him like it's nothing. Gets contacted around the 13-14 yard line and ends up carrying him down to the 3, and it takes some other help to get him there. That's Dude, he's so special. Like, getting these wildcat snaps, bobbles the ball, doesn't panic, recatches it, and now works off this pin and pull. Look at this nice little hesitation. Like, there's some nuance here. He freezes, hesitates, which gets these guys to commit inside, and then freezes 7. And by him doing that, now he's able to accelerate and get to the edge, which, is not usually his type of game, but he's such a nuanced runner that he knows he doesn't have the speed to just get around the edge right away. He has to freeze these guys, allow the blocks to get, better leverage, and now he's able to get around the edge and, almost take this to the end zone. He's going to get caught towards the end. As I was saying, long speed, not his game. But then he's a threat for you as a receiver. Here's just, swing pass, makes the first guy miss. He loves those cuts, those transitional periods he's very good at. He runs through arm tackles, and this time he's got enough speed to get in the end zone, sort of just like weaving through, falls forward. Great work. He also just be like a receiver for you on the slot. Like, he's not running any like crazy routes there, but you can just tell he's comfortable, like making hands catches, and then transitioning immediately into a receiver or a ball carrier after he gets the ball in his hands. He's very natural there. You can see violent hip shifts. He's very good laterally. Maximizes getting those yardage there. Here down the field, getting a throw on the wheel route, make the just hands catch. Love seeing that. So he's a guy that if he's not going to go out there and I think win like one-on-one man as a receiver, like at least I didn't see a ton of that. But he's a guy that if he is open or he's a check down option, he's a reliable hands catcher, which is always a nice part of a game to have. He's also a plus down in the red zone. Plus guy to have. He will break tackles. He has the vision, which is always important. He falls forward, fights for extra yard. Like here, he's vision, hits the cutback lane as fast as possible. This guy comes unblocked. A lot of guys, there's a decent amount of running backs that might not score here because they would go to the ground getting tripped up. He puts a hand down. This is pure instinct as a runner. And some guys have it, some guys don't. Neal's one of the guys that has it, to stay on his feet and then fall forward in the end zone. That's just what exactly you want to see in those types of situations, whether it's red zone, short yardage, 3rd and 1, 4th and 1 type of things. But he's a guy that can work through trash. Here he is, finding the cutback lane. Good feet here, then able to bend it back on the path where he was originally to just get upfield. He just does a great job. Vision, feet, break a tackle, get forward, fall forward to get as many yards as you can. Devin Neal. One of the most efficient players I watched in this class, especially for a guy, because, like, man, if he had, like, great burst, he would be right at the top of the running backs in this class. He'll still be pretty high for me comparatively to a lot of the guys in this class. Like, wouldn't be surprised if I had him around, like, 5, 6 running back, but he's a good player that I see being very solid at the next level. Just a guy that's going to be dependable. Does a lot of the little things correctly that might go unnoticed. Not going to be a burner, but when you have all the other traits that he has, there's definitely a spot for him to be had on a team. So Devin Neal, I really like him as a player. If you guys make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.